What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Lewis, and on today's video we're going to talk about the differences between a bowling ball drilled pin up and a bowling ball drilled pin down featuring the Storm DNA Coil. Now, I know that we've gone over this a bunch of times on this video, but anytime I drill a second one of these balls, I kind of just want to redo this video to keep you guys with a fresh update with new balls, going over the differences between pin up and pin down. So make sure to hit that like button. Please consider subscribing. Like 60% of you guys are not subscribed. Super appreciate it. Take a second, hit that subscribe button. If you like the jersey I'm wearing in this video or in any of my videos, coolwick.com, promo code Napoles10, that gets you 10% off your entire order. And then down below in the description, there's be a link where you can order the balls featured in the video or the ball cups by a company called DH Lab. Great way to help support the channel. Also, howtobowl.com, promo code Lewis gets you 30% off your annual membership. All right, so these two bowling balls are both DNA coils. They're both finished to a 2000 finish because I actually prefer this ball with a little bit of surface. And the layouts are exactly the same, with one big thing is the layout. So an easy way to spot if a ball is pin up or if it's pin down is just look at the fingers. And if the pin is above the fingers, it's pin up. If the pin is below the fingers, it's pin down. So we're gonna go over in a nutshell what happens to the core when you drill a ball pin up versus when you drill the ball pin down. When you drill the ball pin up, it's going to increase the differential, meaning the hook potential is going to increase, and then the RG is actually going to lower, meaning the ball is going to want to get into a hook, into the hook face sooner than it would be, pre-drilling. And then also, because it's pinned down, the valve angle is going to be higher, which is going to make the response to the friction happen quicker, thus that quicker motion down lane that you guys are used to seeing. When you drill pin down, guys, it's just going to be the complete opposite. It's going to increase the RG, so the ball's going to want to be a little bit longer. It's going to decrease the differential, so the hook potential overall is going to drop. And because it's pinned down, that valve angle is going to be much higher. And what's that going to do is going to delay that response time. So it's going to be a much more round shape. One isn't better than the other. It's just based on what your game looks like and what you need. So the layout on both of these balls is the same except for that valve angle. So they're both 30 by 4.5. The pin up one is 30 by 4.5 by 30. The pin down one is 30 by 4.5 by 70. I did that on purpose to make them as similar as possible so that when we get on the lanes, we can see the differences. We're gonna be here at Samstown on lane 1 on a completely fresh, typical house shot. Let me know down below in the comments, guys. Do you guys like pin up? Do you prefer pin down? Why not? Let me know what you're thinking. And then one thing I always want to say when we go over these layout type of videos is that surface is going to dictate everything. If you want a ball to go really long and be angular, if you just polish it, 8 times out of 10, it's going to do the trick. You don't always have to trick it with layout because the cover is what actually touches the lane, not the core. I know that's obvious, but a lot of people always ask layout. But the surface matters a whole lot more. I'm not discrediting the layouts, but the cover matters way more. So we'll see you here on the lanes. All right, first shot of the video here, we're gonna start in the pin-up coil. We'll throw a good shot, then we'll show you the differences between that and the pin-down coil. Yeah, so that was an okay shot, definitely not my best shot, but you're gonna see just how early that was and how quick responding that was to the friction. I'm gonna go to the same spot, throw the pin down one, and you're gonna see a quick automatic difference between those two. Now, when I was warming up, I was about 3 right with this pin down one, but for the sake of this comparison, first shot here with the pin down one will be the same spot as the pin up one. You're gonna notice how much longer and how much smoother it is than the pin up one. See that? And of course, they came in super light, flat 10 or flat 710. I'm gonna move like 3 right off that, still with the pin down one, so that you guys can see it actually go through the pins. You can see just how much cleaner through the fronts, how much rounder, how much rounder it was when compared to that pin up one. All right, so I'm gonna make that 3 and 2 move to the right. It's still gonna be cleaner, it's still gonna be rounder, but it should go through the pins much better. Yeah, and that's exactly what it was. Still much cleaner, still much rounder than the pin-up one, but it allowed me to get a little bit more on top of it. And on the fresh, honestly, that's not a bad thing. So let's go back to the pin-up one. All right, moving back left here with the pin-up one, and then after the shot, I'll go over when I like to throw pin up versus pin down and all that stuff. Yeah, oh, there we go. The pin up one is just so much more dynamic. I typically drill everything pin up, but when I do drill something pin down, it's because I'm looking for a very specific motion. I'm looking typically in a stronger ball to be able to play a little bit closer to the friction, keep my angles a little bit more in front of me. That's typically the only time I'm going to intentionally drill something pin down. I'll throw one more shot here with the pin up one, then we'll go back a little bit further straighter with the pin down one. All right, same spot again to the pin up one. Hopefully I can kick out that 10 pin again like the last shot. Just want to make good shots from here. That's a good one. There we go. Yeah, that's this DNA coil, this pin up one with a little bit of surface, 10 out of 10. Let's get a little bit further right now with the pin down one. And again, like it's still a DNA coil. I'm still standing 27 with this pin down one, but it is much straighter through the fronts than the pin up coil. So again, this is the pin down one from a little bit straighter. Yeah, I like that a lot. I like to play a little bit straighter. That did go a little bit high flush, but I like that motion of get the ball a little bit more in front of me and see it do that. You guys will have to let me know in the comments which one of these two coils you think looks best, the pin up one or the pin down one. This is again in the pin down one. Oh, that was super light. I think if I had to pick one, bowling for score, I think I'm getting in the pin up one. In this particular case, I prefer the pin up coil than the pin down coil. I'm gonna move back left here with the pin up one. I'm gonna go one left of where I was with the pin up one before. See what this looks like here. Missed in a little bit. Yeah, that has no chance. The pin down one, if I miss in, for sure it's gonna hold a little bit. This pin up one, it increases that differential a little bit too much, that when you miss in, it's gonna hook like that. All right, so I don't like to make a move on a bad shot, so we're gonna go right back to that same spot, make a good shot, and then determine if we have to move or whatever. Yeah, good shot. I don't think I need to move. That big four was just a really bad shot that I threw. No need to panic. Let's throw a couple more shots here with the pin down one and then wrap this up. Now that the lanes are starting to transition a little bit, I'm gonna go to the same spot where I was at with the pin down one, or the pin up one rather, but with the pin down one to see if I can get it to go through the pins and not flat 710 like the first shot of the video here. Yeah, I mean, that struck. It's definitely not the right look. But let me move back right, throw a good shot with the pin down one, and then we'll wrap it up. All right, probably the last shot of the video here. It's gonna be the pin down one. Let's end it on a good note here. Oh, nope, gotta throw one more. That was a terrible one. All right, we'll make a small move, strike on this one, and wrap it up. But before we do any of that, we have to commit to a good shot here. There we go. That is a good one to end the video on. Again, if I was bowling for score, I'd for sure be in the pin up one. In this particular case, I'm not saying that one layout is better than the other, or that one of these coils is better than the other. But in this situation, on lane one here at Sam Sound, I think that the pin up one is the right play. Guys, we will see you on the next video.